Hello everyone, my name is Finn and today I'm going to show you how to install and configure Lador's FrameForge Performance Suite for 7 Days to Die. FrameForge adds advanced upscaling and frame generation technologies to help improve frame rate and overall performance. Whether you're trying to squeeze more life out of an older GPU, improve performance in a heavily modded game, or simply get smoother gameplay during large hordes, FrameForge can provide a significant boost to performance. Before we begin, let's answer the most important question. Should you use FrameForge? If you primarily play on servers with easy anti-cheat enabled, this mod is not for you. If you primarily play single player, host your own game, or play on servers with EAC disabled, and you have a supported GPU, FrameForge is absolutely worth considering because it can provide a substantial performance improvement at no cost. As always, your results will depend on your hardware, graphics settings, game resolution, and mod configuration. In my own testing using the Smorgasbord mod list, playing at 4K with ultra settings, I observed performance improvements ranging from roughly 17 to 40% depending on settings and configuration choices. Players prioritizing maximum performance over image quality may see even larger gains. Before installing anything, you need to know what GPU you have. I'm displaying a compatibility chart on screen right now. Pause the video if necessary and identify which category your GPU falls in. Once you've done that, let's get started. Prerequisites. Before installing FrameForge, make sure the following requirements are met. You must be using a Windows installation of 7 Days to Die. You must have Easy Anti-Cheat EAC disabled. The base game Zero Harmony mod must remain installed in your mods folder. You must be using the DX11 renderer. Vulkan is not supported. FrameForge is game version specific, so always read the compatibility notes on the Nexus Mods page before updating. Step 1. Download the files. Head over to Nexus Mods and download the required files. For Nvidia RTX 20 series and newer GPUs, or AMD RX 5000 series and newer GPUs, download both the upscaling 7 days super resolution file and the frame generation package. If you are using an Nvidia RTX GPU, you will also benefit by downloading the Unity Nvidia modules. This package contains a newer version of Nvidia's DLSS implementation than the version currently included with the game. Step 2. Install upscaling. Extract the archive. Open your 7 Days to Die mods folder. Drag the upscaling folder into the mods directory. That's it for the mod installation portion. Next, locate your base game directory. For most Steam users, the default location is the C drive Program Files 86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, 7 Days to Die. If you installed Steam elsewhere, the path may be different. The easiest way to verify you are in the correct folder is to locate 7daystoDie.exe. If you see that file, you're in the right place. Step 4. Install frame generation. Extract the frame generation package. Drag the contents into your base game directory. Allow Windows to overwrite any existing files. Step 5. If you're an Nvidia user, install the Unity Nvidia modules. Extract the Unity Nvidia modules, drag the files into your base game directory, and allow Windows to overwrite any existing files. Important reminder, whenever 7 Days to Die receives a major update, or if you reinstall the game, you will need to repeat these manual file installations again. Step 6. Configure your settings. Launch the games and navigate to the options video. For most Nvidia users, you will want to use upscaling with DLSS selected, and preset you can change, but I personally like quality. For frame generation, just enable FSR frame generation. For most AMD GPU users, you will want to use upscaling set to FSR3 and frame generation also enable for SSR frame generation. One note, for AMD RX 9000 series users, they might also benefit from FSR4 features where supported. If you're unsure which settings are appropriate for your hardware, refer to the compatibility chart on the Nexus Mods page. For example, I'm using an RTX 5090, so I'll use a DLSS quality preset and enable FSR frame generation. Troubleshooting. If DLSS is missing within the in-game graphics settings, perform a file integrity verification in Steam. If you encounter a Unity crash at launch, the most common cause is an overlay conflict. Try temporarily disabling overlays or adjusting their settings before continuing. Potential offenders include Rivatuner, Steam overlay, and the Nvidia overlay. 3. If you notice ghosting, smearing, image instability, or visual artifacts, try a different upscaler option, try a different DLSS preset, temporarily disable upscaling for testing, or update your graphics drivers. As with any troubleshooting process, make one change at a time until you've identified the cause. Uninstalling FrameForge. If you want to return to a vanilla installation or play on an EAC-enabled server, then you need to remove the FrameForge mod from your mods folder and then verify game files through Steam. This will restore the original files in your game directory. Once complete, re-enable Easy Anti-Cheat through the launcher and you're ready to play normally. Now let's do some performance testing. I will note my hardware specs in the description of this video. If you'd like to push performance even further, I've included a link in the description to my performance optimization guide covering additional Nvidia, AMD, Windows, and 7 Days to Die optimization settings. If you find FrameForge useful, don't forget to endorse the mod on Nexus Mods. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.